In the cold twilight of the late 1700s, the people of Leicestershire spoke in hushed tones of Black Annis. She was a terror older than memory, a witch with iron claws sharp enough to carve stone and rend flesh. Her howls stirred storms and rattled window panes, and her breath soured the air, a warning of her cursed presence. She dwelled in the Dane Hills, her cave clawed from the rock itself, a gaping maw in the earth, where it was said she hoarded the bones of her victims. The origins of Black Annis are murky. Some trace her to ancient goddesses of death and devouring, linking her to the Celtic Danu or the Indic Kali. Others suggest a more historical source. Agnes Scott, a medieval anchoress who lived in a cave near the Dane Hills and was later twisted by local imagination into a monstrous form. Whether deity or human, her legend endured, growing darker with each telling. None dared venture too close, for they knew the fate that awaited those who did. Parents warned their children to stay near home, to never stray too far lest Black Annis take them. And when the howls echoed across the hills, doors were bolted and protective herbs, sage and rowan, were strewn across thresholds to ward against her. But superstition did little to stop the inevitable. One evening, as the sun bled into the horizon, young Thomas Miller was nowhere to be found. His mother, Mary, swore he had been playing near the woods at the village's edge, but now there was only silence where his laughter had once been. The villagers gathered, torches in hand, dread pooling in their hearts. There was only one explanation. Black Annis had taken him. With the mayor leading the way, the men of the town ventured into the darkened woods, calling the boy's name. The wind picked up, carrying with it the scent of damp earth and something fouler, something like decay. An unnatural stillness settled over the trees. Even the animals had fled, as if they, too, feared what lurked in the shadows. Then, amidst the tangle of roots and thorns, they found it, a tunnel, half hidden by gnarled branches, leading downward into the earth. A tunnel that, legend said, ran all the way to Leicester Castle, dug by no mortal hands, but by Black Annis herself. Heart pounding, one of the braver men, John Carter, stepped forward, his torch casting flickering light into the black maw. "We go together," he said, voice firm, despite the fear in his eyes. One by one they descended. The air grew colder, the walls slick with moisture. The deeper they went, the heavier the weight of silence became, until only the distant drip of water punctuated the gloom. Then, a noise, a faint grinding sound, like stone scraping against stone. The men froze. It was a sound they had heard only in whispers, the gnash of Black Annis's teeth. But when they rounded the final bend, they did not find the witch. There, in the dim torchlight, sat Thomas, unharmed, his small form shivering on the cavern floor. His wide, terrified eyes darted toward the darkness behind the villagers. "She was here," he whispered. "She was watching." Without hesitation, John scooped the boy into his arms, and they turned back the way they came. The journey to the surface felt twice as long, and with each step, they expected the iron claws to tear into their backs. Yet no howl split the air, no shadow lunged from the abyss. When they emerged into the night, relief flooded them like a tidal wave. They had taken the boy from Black Annis's grasp. The village rejoiced, but unease lingered in their hearts. If Thomas had been found so easily, why had Black Annis let him go? Had they interrupted her before she could strike, or had she chosen to let them believe they had won? The answer came. The next night, another child was missing. This time, no tunnel was found, no cries echoed through the trees. The town searched, but there was nothing. No trace, no footprints, only the wind howling like laughter through the hills. And this time, the child was never seen again. Black Annis had taken her due. The villagers never spoke of that night, but they did not forget. They hung herbs in their doorways, they kept their children close, and when the wind howled through the Dane Hills, they barred their windows and prayed it would pass them by. For Black Annis was still watching, always watching.
Thank you for watching and subscribe for more videos.